record on this computer. Okay, perfect. Welcome to our Wednesday night collaborative call. And this was such a wonderful idea that a bunch of the leaders put together. And they said, you know, basically like we have a wonderful systems training, but what if we can do something very special for brand new associates that are coming in? And really just to give brand new associates, kind of the do's and don'ts. You know, you forget sometimes what a brand new person goes through in the very beginning. And you know what, to be a teacher, to be a leader, you can't ever forget, right? We make those mistakes so that our team doesn't have to go through it. So this is going to be a wonderful call where Desi and Lori and Ed and Dawn, we really took some topics that are very near and dear to our heart, and we wanted to present them to you. So I would love to start, if it's okay, by sharing my 30-second story with all of you guys. So I don't know if a lot of you guys know me, don't know me, doesn't matter. I'm happy to get to know you tonight. I started Isogenics 7.5 years ago. And when I started the program, I was at a point in my life where I couldn't blame it on baby weight anymore. I'll be honest with you, my baby was walking, she was talking, and so I couldn't say that it was still the baby weight. And I felt frustrated. I felt a significant void within me because I worked for New York City Child Protective Services. And when I left my job to raise babies, a big piece of me was missing. I mean, don't get me wrong, motherhood is incredible, the best thing that's ever happened to me. But do any of you guys feel like maybe you were meant for something more? And so I felt that. I felt a very big disconnect with how I looked, how I felt, my energy level. I had no purpose. And I saw a very good friend of mine post on Facebook that she had lost 9 pounds in 9 days. Now, granted, results are different for everyone, and you know what worked for her might take longer or shorter for someone else. But that number blew me away because I have done so many programs. Have you guys ever done so many programs? Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, anybody try more than just a program? Oh my God, I've done everything. And it was always the same battle. I would work so hard, counting points, eating frozen microwavable crap, and I would lose 1 pound. I would PMS and gain 7 back. I was so frustrated with myself, so upset, you know? And so when I saw my friend post that she had lost 9 pounds in a significant, you know, in a short amount of time, I wanted a piece of what she was having. And so I met her and she looked incredible. She was glowing. She was happy. She was energized. To be honest, she was everything that I wasn't. And I said to my husband that day, I said, I'm going to do what she's doing. And so naturally, like most husbands will say, oh, again, you're going to spend money. Again, you're going to, you know, he basically said that he was going to save the receipt so that when I didn't succeed or when I failed with the program, at least we can get our money back. And I'm proud to tell you guys that in 7 days, I was down 7 pounds. In a month, I lost 15. And in 2 months, I was down 28 pounds and 49 inches. And I got myself back. I really got myself back. And so when I started sharing this program, it wasn't because I knew network marketing. It wasn't because I said I was going to earn 6 figures or win a trip or become crystal manager. I didn't know what the hell a crystal manager was. I'll be honest with you. I felt alive, and people noticed the change in me, and people wanted a little slice of what I was having. And you know what? I felt so good. I wanted everybody to have what I was having, right? I really wanted everyone to feel the way I felt. So that's the first part of the story. 3 weeks into my program, when my mom and my husband saw all the weight that I've lost, they wanted to jump on it too. And so I got an email that says, you have earned a $212 commission. I didn't know what that meant, but I called up customer service and I said, I can't believe it. Why are you guys charging me? You know, I don't have money in my account. This is insane. And she said, no, 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 no. We are paying you for your referral. And you guys, how many of you on this call are accidental entrepreneurs? How many of you put a shake in your body and said, holy shit, everybody needs a taste of this? How many? This is the 9:30 call. We can cuss a little. So I was an accidental entrepreneur, guys, and that's how it happened. That $212 lit me up. The shakes gave me life. They gave me myself back. The $212, I said to the woman on the phone, I said, how much more can I earn? She said, as much as you want. I said, who do I have to report to? She said, no one, no one. And I Googled and I Googled and I started looking and reading and researching. And I found Lynn Hagedorn's video. It talked about the tracks to run on, ACMDE. When I say ACMDE, how many of you guys know what that means? There are tracks to run on: associate, consultant, manager, director, executive. And so I had no idea what the heck an executive was, but I knew that when I earned that $212, I was now called a consultant. And I knew that to get more money, I had to help my mom find 2 people and my husband find 2 people. And I didn't care how I did it, I went to work, right? And so the purpose of tonight's call is really just to show you that what you see today is not the person that I was 7.5 years ago. It was messy, it was sloppy, it was exciting, but it was filled with so much passion. And that's what it takes to do this. That's what it takes. And why do we share the program? Because we care, because we want other people to feel the way we feel. Guys, if you drank a shake and it made you feel horrible, you're not going to rave about it. You're not going to tell anybody about it. But if you drank a shake and you lost 12 pounds, like my friend Laura on this call, you might want to tell your aunt and your cousin and your best friend. And that's how we all start. So tonight, I'm going to teach you guys how to share your 30-second story with a little grace, with a little ease, and hopefully you will not make the same mistakes that I did in the beginning. But if you do, it's okay. Give yourself permission. Remember that the polished people that you see on this call, the successful 6- and 7-figure income earners that have brought this call to you tonight, guys, they were not polished. I remember Dawn walking into police stations, offering the program to cops, saying this will help you lose weight. There was no script. There was no, she attended every networking event, every diner she can go into and leave business cards. The woman, my gosh, inspired me to get a huge magnet on my car and slap it on the side of my car. There is no right or wrong way to do this. There's a good, better, and best, right? But that's only going to come if you're willing to embrace the suck. But the thing that's most important, and I still keep it near and dear to my heart, I wake up and I say to myself, why am I doing this today? What is important to me? Why do I feel the need to share this with other people? Why do I want to show up and be a leader for my team? Because I want to give people hope. Because I want to show people that something better is available. When I started this 7.5 years ago, and God and Ed Golden is my witness, We were on food stamps. We lived in a tiny apartment in Coney Island, Brooklyn. My husband made my baby's room in the living room. He put up a piece of sheetrock to make an extra bedroom for my baby. What you see here today was not what was yesterday, but I wanted it bad enough. I really wanted it so badly that I was willing to listen. I was willing to be coachable. I was willing to do whatever the hell the successful people were doing to make it work. I fell 20 times, guys. I got back up 22. You know what I mean? It's a process. It's a process. If you wanted to be an accountant tomorrow, you couldn't. You have to go to college for 4 years. You got to spend maybe 80 grand on your education. If you want to be a network marketing professional, here you are. Here's your key. Today, you can start today. You don't need an education. You don't need to pay for schooling. You need to drink a shake, tell a friend. Drink a shake, tell a friend. You don't have to buy a franchise. You don't even have a boss to report to. My gosh, my first few conversations, they were horrific, but passion convinced people to come follow, to join me, right? And I would talk so much, and I would tell people, listen, you can't have the boar's head cold cuts, but you can buy a whole turkey and you just eat the turkey. And you can't drink alcohol or coffee, but you'll be fine. I mean, you're gonna feel bad for 3 days, but after the first 3 days, you'll be fine. You'll feel great. Trust. I mean, I was horrible. The things that I was saying to people, I don't know how I signed so many people up. I guess they felt it. And sometimes it's not what you say, it's with the heart and passion and sincerity with which you come from, right? And I firmly believe in my heart that you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person, because when someone is ready, willing, and able, they will be open. And in the same aspect, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. Because if somebody's negative and nasty and said, I don't want to drink shakes, it gives me the runs. Okay, Sally, talk to me in 2 years from now. You know what I mean? You got to let it go. You got to let it go. So if you can, do me a favor and grab a pen, and I'm going to teach you guys how to share your 30-second story a little bit more concisely, a little bit more effectively. I've probably had 5,000 conversations now, and this works. This works more effectively. That doesn't mean give up what you're doing. That doesn't mean you beat the hell out of yourself and say, I've been doing it all wrong. You just say, let me try this into my repertoire. Let me see how this works. And so we're giving you the formula tonight to come across as a professional, so that if Dawn is in the meeting or Ed is in the shower and you have someone right then and there, you won't be shy. You won't be scared. You'll be able to talk to them about what Isogenics is about, right? So sharing your 30-second story, really important. Keep it at 30 seconds, right? As network marketers, we're simply sharing our 30-second story, and we ask a lot of questions. So my 30-second story and the basic formula is this. Before the program, write these words down. Step 1, and David Wood teaches us this as well. Step 1, before the program. Describe 3 adjectives of how you felt before the program. I think we can all agree that people come to Isogenics generally because they're not in such a great place. So when I first told you guys my 30-second story, I said that I was overweight, I was stressed, I was uncomfortable. I didn't feel good in the skin that I was in. Do you guys remember me saying that? Right? That's the most powerful part of your story, those few adjectives. Now, what I would recommend is stay away from medical terms. Don't say, I had depression, I was diagnosed with anxiety. It may be the case, but we don't ever want to give the indication that Isogenics cures, treats, or prevents. So just stay, rather than say, I had depression, just say, you know what, I was really at a low point in my life. We can say something like that. Just stay away from the medical terms. So 3 adjectives before the program. How are you feeling? I was overweight. I was exhausted. I was tired. I was stressed. I was frustrated, right? All great pain points. And you know what those pain points do? They relate. They relate to people. People relate to the pain points. They're coming to us because they're looking for help. They're looking for help. What an honor that someone is looking for help and they're coming to you. What a privilege that someone is looking for help and you're able to offer them a solution. What an honor that we have, right? And don't ever take that lightly. It's very special what we have. The second part of your 30-second story is who. Write in big letters, who. Remember I told you guys, I heard about this from my friend Jen, who posted that she had lost 9 pounds. That number was very significant to me. I never heard of anyone losing 9 pounds so quickly. I was impressed. And so to be compliant, we don't want to say, I lost 17 pounds in 7 days. Don't put a time frame on it. You could say the weight, but not the time frame, or you can say a significant amount of weight in 2 weeks. Don't put one with the other, okay? So either focus on the weight or focus on the time frame. And I'll tell you why, because when we put both together, it gives someone false hopes that they too will lose 30 pounds in 30 days. And we know that if someone's 300 pounds, they will have more weight to lose, where if someone is 115, they will not have those results. So we always want to stand in integrity and be forthcoming. But it's important to say who it was, because when we say who we heard this from, number one, it shows people that you cannot buy this on the shelves at GNC. It has to be a referral from a friend or someone you know or a coworker. But number two, it brings credibility. I heard about this through my good friend Jen. She was a childhood friend who I grew up with. And when I saw her transformation, I was blown away. What does that show you? Jen is someone I know, love, and trust. Okay? So when you talk about who told you about the program, highlight them. Highlight their story a little bit. And then the results. So I lost 28 pounds and 49 inches, and I felt better and more energized in my 40s than I did in my 20s. You can say something like that. Or you can say something powerful. I remember Ed sharing a story where a mom told him, I can finally fit down the slide with my kid. Big things happen. Powerful things happen. Show the power. What are your results? And then the last part is my mission. What is your reason for sharing this? And that should always come from the heart. So my 30-second story goes something like this, and I can time myself or not. I'm sure you guys will tell me if I'm going long, but my 30-second story is before the program, I was overweight, I was exhausted, I was completely run down. I heard about the program through my dear friend Jen, who lost 9 pounds and looked magnificent. As a result, I lost 28 pounds and 49 inches and felt better than I felt in my life. And now I want to tell everyone about this because it's changed my life so much. And that's it. That's your 30-second story. They don't need to know about your vegan burgers. They don't give a shit about your veggie wraps. Leave that. Leave that to the table. Leave the powerful stuff on the table. The other stuff, don't worry about it. 10% of that conversation is about you. 90% of that conversation is saying, Val, what in that story related to yours? How much weight are you looking to lose? What is your most problematic area? Where have you struggled? Where do you find difficulties? How is your commitment level? Are you serious? If I were to offer you a solution or show you a tool or get you on a 3-way phone call, would you be open to listening and learning, right? So when we're sharing our 30-second story, I think that a lot of people want instant gratification. You told your story, you did the three-way phone call, you're like, come on, where's the credit card? No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Somebody needs to think about it. They need to be ready. They need to sit on it, right? But that's why we're going to give you guys an educational call about the importance of follow-ups. I think Ed's going to be handling that. But our only job is to share the story and provide the tool. That's it. I share my 30-second story. I dig deep. I ask them where they struggle. I ask them where they want to change. I ask them how I can support them. And then I love the hell out of them. Whether they're ready or not, I love the hell out of them. And I stay consistent. I stay consistent in my conversations. I stay consistent in my posting on Facebook. I stay consistent in my follow-ups. Because when that person says, I can't take it anymore, I've tried everything. I've been walking on the boardwalk. I've been eating my Kellogg's every morning. Nothing's working. You know who they're going to call? Miss Consistency. Showing the pictures, being the light, being the positive one, the one that's consistently messaging, hey Dave, how you doing? How's your goals? How's everything? Right? You don't be in it for a sale. Be in it for a long-term relationship. So that is basically how to share your 30-second story. You can do it with friends. You can do it with loved ones. Guys, you can start a conversation with a total stranger. When I see someone drinking a bottle of Diet Pepsi, I'll be like, oh, girl, you have to try one of these. And she'll be like, what is that? I'll be like, do you have 30 seconds? Oh, before the program, I was exhausted. I mean, you could start this. I went to Payless Shoes when they were still in business. I went to Payless Shoes and I asked for a size 7.5. And I told the woman, you wouldn't believe my shoe shrunk half a size. And now I need new shoes. And she said, your shoe shrunk? I said, girl, I lost 28 pounds. She goes, how? I said, do you have 30 seconds? You can share your 30-second story with anyone, anytime, any place. That is the biggest concern that people have right now. Health, energy, money. Just be bold, be brave. It's either yes or no. And no is never no. It's just they don't know. And you know what, guys? And I think Desi's going to do a call on how to handle objections gracefully. But when someone tells you no, girl, it is not because you're not pretty. It's not because you're too fat. It's not because you weren't wearing a nice sweater or you had broccoli in your teeth. If somebody is not ready, they are not ready. Do not start looking within yourself and saying, I didn't do it right. I didn't do the three-way with you. I spoke too much. Don't do that. Don't do that. You spoke up. You tried to help somebody. You tried to change somebody's life. Every time you do that, you need to come home and do this. Right? We can't beat the crap out of it because somebody's not ready. It's their life. We're simply there to accept and embrace and educate with zero attachment. Zero attachment. So that's my 30-second story. And what I will share with you is that as your business grows and as things change for you, the story changes. I didn't have a money story. I have one now. I have a 30-second money story now because this company changed my life. I have a 30-second travel story because of this company. I've been on 17 different trips. I've never been anywhere in my life. The only time my parents took me somewhere is when we all jumped in the minivan and drove to Orlando. You know, I mean, as you grow, your story evolves. So be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace. And when someone says no, it is never about you. Just love them and be there. So if I may, guys, we have 6 minutes. I would love to see maybe somebody open and brave enough to share their 30-second story with us. Would somebody be open and willing to do that? I think we're all leaders here. I feel like we should all be raising up our hands. Does anybody want to try the 30-second story using the formula we just did tonight? Christian, I saw you raise your hands. Guys, I love him. I met him in a Tony Robbins group. He's a sheriff in Texas. Amazing results. And because of this program, we have been good friends. So welcome, welcome. I'm trying to unmute you. It's not letting me. There.
Hi everybody. How y'all doing?
Welcome.
Oh, 30 seconds. Let me see if I can keep it to 30 seconds.
I'm going to put the timer on. I'm going to put the timer on. Dawn said we got to be off by 10, and we are going to be off by 10. All right, ready? Hit it.
All right. Well, I started Isogenics back in 2018 because I met this wonderful woman online. Her name's Angela, and she shared her story about losing 29 pounds in about roughly 30 days. So she said, hey, are you interested in becoming a healthier version of you? And I said, hell yeah, it's time for me to get out of my heaviest weight that I've been in for God knows how long. And I'm tired of not having the energy I used to have in my 20s. And so I did. I got my box, and then I got my energy back, and I felt like I was Tigger all over again, and Winnie the Pooh had nothing on me. So, you know, I said, this is it. I'm doing this for the long haul because I was ready to make a change. So there's my story.
And what are you inspired to do? What has Isogenics inspired you to do for others?
It's inspired me to get people back into, or open their eyes to the opportunity that they've been missing for themselves, because everyone's, like you said, hard on themselves, and you don't have to be that perfect image, but you have to be able to be open to being the perfect part of yourself.
I love it. Thank you. You guys, he's amazing. Every day he's posting inspirational stuff. I mean, this is somebody wonderful that you certainly want to follow on Facebook. Thank you for being bold. Anyone else want to give a shot? 30-second story? Don't make me start calling on random boxes. I see Don. I see you, Don, smiling back there. Come on. Hold on. Unmute. I think you got to do it.
There we go. So, you know, I haven't seen you since Ed's kids, right? So.
Yeah, I missed you.
Yeah. So before I started the program, I was living life, feeling good. I didn't realize that I was overweight, but my wife would kind of give me these subtle hints. And like many of you, I saw on Facebook, my college fraternity brother, Dave Buell, posted how he lost 30 pounds. And I thought, wait a minute, how did he do this? So I sent him a message, and he says, let me put you in contact with my coach, Krista. And I'm like, oh, coach, I'm not looking for a program. But I called her, and she explained to me what she did for Dave. And I said, hey, sign me up. I'll do the same thing Dave did so I can feel better. And I lost a total of 40 pounds. I had to buy all new clothes, but I felt better than I had in probably 35 years, and I'm loving it. And my mission is to share it with other people and let them feel great like I do.
Guys, was that freaking perfect? I don't know who your coach is, but I'd like her number as well.
Oh, Krista, you know Krista Smolda.
That was awesome, Don.
Thank you.
Anyone want to volunteer before I randomly call on you? I see Lori. Hi, Lori. Lori K. Unmute, please.
Okay. Am I unmuted? There we go. My story includes my friend Don. So that's why I thought I would do it. I haven't done this before. I know that there's this formula, but I have diarrhea of the mouth typically. So I'm going to try to stick to what you told us to do. So I'm going to try my story. Before the program, I weighed the most I ever weighed in my whole life and was miserable. I was really at a low point, zero energy, just was feeling really bad and knew I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I heard from my college friend Don. I saw his posts on Facebook and saw where my friend Don lost 40 pounds and was able to keep it off 5 years later. So I thought, well, that's pretty amazing system. And so I talked to him. I said, sign me up. I want to do whatever you did. And as a result, I've lost 65 pounds and I feel better than I felt in over 20 years. I didn't think I could get back to this weight. I still have more to go, but I'm totally encouraged because I have the tools now. And my mission is to share it with other people because, of course, why wouldn't I? I am just so sad I didn't hear about this sooner, and I could have done this many years ago, but here I am, and I'm trying to help as many people as possible.
That was fantastic, by the way, Lori. And
Hey.
how cool is that? That some random like frat brother posts his picture, Don signs up. All of a sudden, Lori's like, "Hey there, sexy. What do you got going on?" So Don signs up Lori. Lori signs up somebody else. All because this one guy had the courage to share. Look at the ripple effect. Like Catherine just said, the ripple effect. Guys, you don't know who you're inspiring or how desperately they need this in their life. Be
Definitely.
brave, be bold. In the beginning, you're rusty, and that's okay. You don't have diarrhea of the mouth. You have passion. You have excitement. Excitement, that's what people buy into. So I am going to end this call on time. You guys are so awesome for showing up. 55 people on our first call. I mean, let's give it up for our leaders for putting this together, taking time out of their lives because they're so vested in your growth. Keep showing up every Wednesday for the next 12 to 16 weeks. I believe there's an amazing schedule. Keep showing up, keep learning, and don't just get on the call and do nothing with this. Tomorrow, I invite all of you to practice your 30-second story on strangers. I'm not going to let you call your grandma and say, Nana, I got to try something on you. No, get out of your head, get into your heart, and really get out there and do this. And do this, guys. It's life-changing. It is life-changing. So thank you so much, everyone, for being on. I ended on time. Goal. I'm going to take one picture of everyone and I will let you all go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much, guys, for being on. I don't know how to unmute everyone. Sorry.